Building Character is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps.
On November 7th, Granada Hills Charter hosted Taft in the LA Open Division semifinals. The teams had split their 2 games in the regular season, so this one was set up to be a classic, with the winner moving on to the championship. But in the second set, disaster struck.
I mean, injuries are an unfortunate part of high school sports, but this was above and beyond anything you'd expect as a coach.
But when I reached for my leg this time, it was kind of like, it was just kind of hanging there. It had broken and it was like to its side, and just consciously connecting that, my stomach just dropped. And in that moment, I feel like it was like a movie or whatever you want to say. I just feel like everything went quiet, and I could feel my body just going into shock.
This was such a bad break that Eves won't return to school until January, and her teammates saw the whole thing.
That is something I'll probably never forget. I was playing back row at the time, and so she went up to block and she came down, and I just remember she was holding her leg up like this and going and pointing at it, looking at the ref.
I was right there next to her, and my first reaction was, oh my gosh, like, how could this happen to her?
Remember, this injury happened during the biggest game of the season. After Eves was taken to the hospital, the team had to make a decision.
And then Harp came to us after Lily was escorted out and everything. Harp came to us and he said, well, the refs are giving us 2 options. We can either finish the game right now, or we can postpone it to tomorrow or the next day. And everyone, without a doubt, without a pause, was like, let's do it right now.
Somehow, Granada won set 2 to go up 2-0, but then Taft came back.
I mean, both teams were battling hard, and we barely lost the 3rd set, and we barely lost the 4th set. So, I'm sitting there with a mix of emotion. Hey, this is great, we're playing well, but I felt so bad. It was such a disheartening experience, what happened to her.
In the 5th set, Granada miraculously held on to win without Eves. While Granada surprised many to win their semifinal game, Eve surprised her teammates by showing up for the city championship 4 days later.
Well, Lily being there was an amazing thing, because I didn't know what was really going on with her. I didn't know if she was out of the hospital. I was just so out of it. The game itself was very interesting. Both teams went back and forth a lot. There was a lot of ups and downs, with us losing the 2nd set really badly and then coming back to win. That was almost as emotional as the Taft game. And Lily being there just made it so much better, because she was the only one that I could hear. Whenever I would hear people screaming, it would always be Lily's voice, you can do it, I know you can. And I would look over to her and she would smile at me. And it was just such a heartwarming.
Yeah, they wrote number 11 on their arms. They wore yellow bows in their hair. And I just remember sitting there, I just felt really supported. And I felt like I wasn't with them on the court, but their heart was with me, and it was just a mutual, we won together. It was really nice.
In the end, a devastating leg injury inspired a city championship.
Well, this is my 10th year with the girls, and I've been doing boys for over 35, so it's been a long time. But through all that time, nothing matched this experience. Going through that and, seeing the pain that she was in at the time, and it hurt us all. If anybody that was there knew, how unfortunate her injury was. So to come back and win it all is just super, super special.